What's up, guys? We are live. It's so weird. There's not really any, I don't know why I did this. There's no music, there's no pageantry. We are going to, I see 7 of you are here. We never really get a lot of folks in the chat anymore. So if you want to come into the chat and just heckle me, that is perfectly acceptable. I am Adam Rosenberg at Hey Rosenberg. And I was gonna have my buddy Gio here, and we were going to talk a little bit about he's texting me now. He cannot make it. We were going to do a little bit of NHL. I'm going to hold that. Instead, we're just going to go you got just me. Hello, Eddie Espacino. We're going to just do some NFL. Eddie, you have a question. Maybe I have an answer for you. So let me know what the question is. And with that, I'm going to jump right into, let's see. Should we do the news layout? Ooh, look at that. Let's do it this way. There I am. Is he crying about the election? No, he's not crying about the election. Hello. Oh, look at this. All my guys are here. First of all, this is not a political stream, but Riley Green was robbed. I just want Brandon Porter to know this. By the way, I won Brandon Porter some money the other night because he said, all I care about is some hockey picks. And I gave him hockey picks and they won in the most amazing way. So, all right, guys, let's jump right into, oh, my guy Rogue is right here. So first of all, if you guys want a guy who has taught himself everything that you need to know about capping hockey, the dude is a sponge in the greatest way. And one of the nicest human beings. And it's not just because he's Canadian, but Rogue being in here. Yep. Riley Green was a clear-cut third candidate. And anyway, all right, guys, let's kind of look at some stuff for tomorrow. We got a game. We got a Thursday night football game. And so look, big picture, this game's got a total of 52. It means there's a lot going on. Kind of a short spread. Let's kind of see. I want to just see how these teams have done historically when they've gone against each other. The last three, that last one was really exciting. The 41-38. The one before that, Baltimore mopped them. And then the one before that was 3 points. So look, if you want to side in this, I think that this is another one where you want to probably take the 5.5. So that being said, let's take a look at where the total is. Totals of 52. So it means we'll get some back and forth. I like it. Let me just take a look at the, I like to look at the first half. Eddie, is that guy? That's the guy that does the YouTube shorts on this channel. Where does he post those plays so I can tail him? I think he does in the Discord. And we usually post some of the plays over here in the chat or on our Twitters and stuff like that. So, but yeah, you can look for, I think you're looking for M-Bone, and he's in the Discord. So, okay. Anyway. All right. So let's take a look at this. Something I want to look at. I want to take a look first at the first half. 155. That thing is over. Let's see what the Bengals are. Ooh, 10.5. They've done this. Let's kind of take a look. They've done pretty well here. Haven't really gone over this against the Ravens. It is a Thursday night football game. So yeah, we're getting some of the things. He literally posted lives. So yeah, if you guys are looking for M Bones plays, he posts them live. So there you go. All right. So look, let's kind of jump right into some prop stuff. I do like overs here. I do like this. What I like to do is I like to go to the game logs against here. And let's take a look. Baltimore Ravens. We could do this. Okay. So let's go some props here. All right. So what I have is I have everything kind of set up, and I'd like to see what's happened over the last 10 and then sort of what's happened in head-to-head. And the first thing that jumps out at me, especially recently, is Lamar Jackson just slinging the ball. So let's take a look. Over 234. He has been killing this. Look at that. Just absolutely on a mission. It's been bet up. Let's take a look, though. And look at, he's got a 100% hit rate against them. Let's take a look here. I like to look at Cincinnati. How have guys done? All right, so Desmond Ridder. I didn't realize Desmond Ridder came in last week, but all right, Minshew doesn't really count because he stinks. Jalen Hurts is good, so 236 is something we want to look at. Sean Watson stinks. Jaden Daniels threw for over 230. Lamar Jackson had 350 the last time. I mean, look, guys, I got to be totally honest. Like, when they've played a good quarterback, they have been cooked. What was the site that you just what was this? What was the site you just pulled up for game logs against? Need that at 100. Yeah, it's free. It's footballguys.com. So I use footballguys.com along with all my stuff here. So look, I'm going to take this Lamar over passing. And let me see what an alt looks like here. Well, first of all, over 231 is available on Bet365. Let's see. Dinger Bets, I see you. Let's go in for 250, guys. Yeah, 250. Let's see how he's done there. Just shredding this. And the total's high, so they're going to go back and forth. Let's do it. 250 for Lamar. Punch it right there. I like that one in there. I'm going to take an alt here. Again, like we said, anytime there is a remotely good quarterback, they've gone over this. Though, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take off that alt and let's do something else here. Let's actually go with the 234. And the reason why is he's clearing this all the time. If you look at what the floor is of the good quarterbacks that are going against them, it's 236. So right in there. So let's do Lamar over that. And let's kind of keep moving on. So we got that one. Then what I like to do is I play around on PFF. I like to take a look at certain things that I know that this defense is not good at. One of those things that the Cincinnati defense isn't good at is they're bad at yak. Yak being yards after catch. So what I'm going to probably be looking for, what is going on here? Oh, we got plays coming in hot. And let's see. We got a bunch of, let me just see. Sorry, guys. I am live looking at stuff that I took earlier to see what we got here. I am Katie's Caldwell Pope lost for us because he's having a monster game. Whatever. Sorry. All right, guys. Let's take a look at this. Tanner Hudson hasn't really done anything. All right, so Zay Flowers is definitely the guy who I want for some of this yak stuff. All right, he's been killing this. His yards after catch is really good. Let's take a look at his receiving yards. I like this a lot. Zay Flowers receiving. He's going over this in 4 of his last 5. He's been killing this. Let's see how he is against his stuff against Cincinnati. I mean, he's been just over it. I think we want him for that. That's 60 yards. Let's do this with the home games here. Oh, he didn't go over in that home game. I see. All right. That's good to know. Let's see if there's any injuries that we care about. This is important. Henry longest rush is a good one, guys. So let me just look at this. So actually, I'll back in the whole truck up. First thing I'm looking to do when I'll go to a site like this before I'm using Outlier because I'm trying to find a trend. So previously I'd looked at that they have a really, Cincinnati has a very high yak. And then I'm like, okay, well, who do I want that has a lot of yak per route? Justice Hill, who I believe is dead because he's not even playing really that much anymore. Let me kind of do this. He's good. Any of the tight ends, likely he's not there. Kolar might be a sneaky fun play, guys. Let's see. Is Kolar even... Let's look at Charlie Kolar. I don't hate Charlie Kolar, guys, because we know that likely's not playing. I don't know. It's a little bit of a risky play. That might be a little bit of a moonshot. Anyway, yak. So the wide receivers, the yak wide receivers, that the highest yak per route, Aguilar, Flowers. Okay, let's see. Targets per game, though, for these guys. Zay's just eating targets. Yards per reception. Let me just take a look here. I really think we want Zay, guys. I really think that we're talking ball. Look at this. My guy Trevor is in here. And Greg, another prop that you can look at that I've been hammering every week is Henry longest rush. I do appreciate that. I will be looking at it very shortly. But first thing I want to look at is the fact that we have a total of 52. We have a short spread, a total that high. You're gonna be passing. You got to be passing the ball. In terms of this, let's take a look. Also, defense wise, I don't want Baltimore's in there. I like to look at the air yards in the advanced. Let's look the yak per route. There you go. There's Cincy. Cincy's yak per route is very high. They actually haven't given up a ton of yards, but their yak's really high. So we definitely want, like I said, we want a guy who's going to be getting a lot of yak. They're actually not even like the yards per target is pretty low. So we want a guy that we know is going to get those yards after the catch. So that is why I am in the receiving. I am in player. I am looking at Baltimore. I am looking at who gets the most yak per reception. I still like Charlie Kolar or Nelson Aguilar. Nelson Aguilar though just doesn't get those things. I think we are gonna go with Zay Flowers. So let's look up Zay. Let's see what we can get here. Zay Flowers. I think Zay Flowers over the 59 receiving yard. Yeah, let's do it. Zay Flowers with 60. Punch it. That sounds good. So look, also here's the other reason why I like the passing is because not only is this defense bad, but the other defense, Baltimore's defense, is the worst passing defense in the league. Let's take a look at this right now. Check this out. Their yards per reception. Baltimore is they're actually done a lot better lately. Oh, here it is. The air yards. They just give their ADOT's so high. Yeah. Top. Just as bad. This is really bad. Cincy's is actually pretty low. So ADOT, meaning average depth of target, means that you want to find guys that are going to don't be afraid of guys with high yardage totals. Let's also take a look. The catchable air yard. Let's see what they're doing on. We're giving up on TDs. Baltimore's giving up 18 passing TDs. Might want to look at Joe Burrow passing TDs. Let's look at that. Burrow right here. It's a little bit high, so I don't know if we really want that one, but that's what we're looking at. You guys get to see this. Let's see. Air yards converted. Yeah, this is not a good passing defense. Air yards per game. Let me just look at this. Oh, Baltimore's is terrible. I actually think we want Joe Burrow's is at 70. Wow. Get 392 the last time they played each other. He has been. I mean, if you're going to do this, you might as well just throw him for a 300-yard game, which is like plus 188. I would do that. I would do that in a parlay. So I'm not into any of the Joe Burrow stuff here. But anyway, I'm still looking. Air yards, looking at advanced. This is something you guys were talking about the longest rush stuff. Here's what I was doing. I like to look at when a defense has given up how many longest completions for deep throws. Okay, there it is. So Greg, I'm going to put your comment up on here. So a little bit of a spin on this Henry longest rush. I look at when there's the most deep throws, and I look at seeing Baltimore's given up the most 20-plus yard completions. So with that said, I'm going to look at Joe Burrow's longest over, because that to me, there it is. That to me is a play, I think. And he's hit it against them. He's doing this. What I like to do, what's the number at? The number's at 38.5. What I do is Football Reference. I take a look at Baltimore. Can't really see it. I don't know where it is. Baltimore's right here. We look at their game schedule and the results. We check this out. But like we basically want to look at all their box scores, and we can see, they gave up a 34 to Bo Nix in a game that they was out of hand. I think they got creamed by James. James had a 38. Let's see what else they had against Tampa. I think Baker had a. Let's see, what did Baker have? Baker actually his longest was 28. We actually may want the under on this one. This might be a little bit too high. It's an interesting that 38 is pretty high, guys. So I'll have to take a look. But what we might want to see is what the longest reception is. So let me just see this. who's the guy that we want over there for our longest reception? Is that going to be Jamar Chase? It might be. There we go. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if we got a lot of the stuff that we really like on that one. We're gonna. I'm gonna keep looking. I'm still digging for stuff for you guys. Let's go. Actually, let's switch it around a little bit. So I know we want. I know we want a passing play. Just trying to decide who it is that we want here. So we know that this team gives up crazy air yards. Let's look at the receiving stuff. Receiving defense on Baltimore. They're giving up pretty low yak. They're giving up the yards per route, though, is pretty high. Okay, so that's helpful. So we want a guy who gets good yards, doesn't necessarily get a ton of yak. And we know they're giving up a ton of it. So Jamar Chase may be the guy for this one, guys. Let me just look. They are giving up the most completions. Okay, I know what we want. All right, here's what we want. All right, so Joe Burrow, I think we want his completions. Let's see. Joe Burrow, passing completions. Yeah. Yes. This is what we want. Yep. We want this one. We want Joe Burrow over 24.5 passing completions. Potentially the attempts. No, I just want the completions because they're not going to run. They're a pass funnel team. We could try to do the attempts, but I think the pass completions is definitely where we want to go here. Look at this over the last 10. He's just kind of been killing it over lately. His in road games. I mean, he's under in all the road games, but I'm not really that worried. They've just been kind of killing it overall. Let's just see if there's any the pass attempts. No, his road splits are pretty stark here. Pass completion, boom. We're gonna do this. Okay, so we're doing that, and then I want to look at players on the receiving end for Cincinnati. And let's take a look at who has the most yards per reception, because that is who we really want here. I think we might want Yeshivas, right? That's his name. Yeshivas or maybe Chase. I mean, Gesicki may not be too bad either. Let's see. How's this Baltimore team against tight ends? Do tight ends kill this team? Let's see. Sort of. Njoku did. Cotton, AK did. Don Kincaid did. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's the one I want. I think I want to see. Let's take a look at. I think this is though who we probably want. This would be a good. I think this is the one. Let's see. Okay, so he hasn't. Oh, never mind. He hasn't done it in a while. It's tough, guys. This is a real tough one. I'm trying to find guys that match a lot of what we would want, and we're not getting a lot of it. Tanner Hudson playing is interesting because Tanner Hudson, his receiving yards is low. He's a good option. He's a yak guy. We'll see. Maybe. Oh, okay. What about maybe Chase Brown? Because Chase Brown's been getting a lot of it. Let's see how running backs have done. Is this it? You guys get to watch me play on my computer for all of this. Oh, yeah. You know what? This is it. It's definitely, yeah. Let's find Chase Brown. Okay. Chase Brown receiving yards. Okay, so he's gone under this in all of his games, but he had 37 last time, and I think he'll have some more this time. I like this one a lot. His yard, let's see, his yards per catch. I mean, he's down here, but it's also just because he hasn't gotten it. He's had a ton of them, and they're giving it up to that. I think I like this one a lot. Let's do it. I think that's the one that we want here. And yeah, okay. And so the longest rush one. So check this out. We're going to look on defense. We're going to look at advanced. We're going to look at, I like Lamar Jackson to get a TD, I think. Yeah, I mean, he shows up on primetime. Let me take a look at explosive run plays. Cincinnati's defense has not given up a ton of them. In fact, Baltimore has given up the least amount in the league. So I think an under longest rush might be a fun one here. Let's take a look. All right, he's like constantly going over that. Yeah. Well, the line dropped too, so I kind of do like this. I like this longest rush under because I don't believe that these guys have given up. Given up a 12, a 15. Okay, they're giving them up a little bit, so you can take a look. That's not a bad. The problem is that I just don't see Chase Brown getting a lot of rushing usage in a game. The total is 52. So it's a little bit hard for me to like really want to jump in on that. So let's see. I think, guys, we're probably going to want, we could put the Zay in there. And then I think what we're saying, you want to look at, you want to start looking at the Lamar TD. That's fine. We're just so loaded right now. I'm so loaded. Like, so we have Zay, got Lamar passing, Burrow passing completions. I really like. And I don't necessarily need the Zay Flower longest. I want one more Cincy play. And it might have to be Chase. The problem is that Chase has not done well. I mean, he's an alpha, dude. I don't know what I'm worried about here. He's just such an alpha. How's he done against this team? These teams know each other really well. 193, and it's the same freaking it's the same team. Yeah. Let's so okay, you can do Chase, which is fine, but I don't really hate us taking like Kaseki or somebody over here. Let's just see. Tanner Hudson receiving yards is just kind of yelling at me. He was so much fun last year. His snap count obviously went up. Alt's out. Higgins is out. Let's kind of see what he did last year. Gains without so many guys out. Gains without him and without him. I mean, he kind of crushes this number. He crushed this number last year. I think we want Tanner Hudson. Oh, look at this. My guy Gio, the internet is back. So right as we're finishing stuff up, I think we want Tanner Hudson. And the reason why I think we want Tanner Hudson is because Baltimore, I don't want this under. I want the over. It's because Baltimore is really bad against tight ends. They're really bad against just guys in general in the middle of the field. We know that Tanner Hudson gets a couple targets anyway when everybody else is out. We can kind of look here and just see, hey, like how many targets did he get last week? He had 3 targets last week. So we can expect him to get 3. This is a low number. He can get it on 2 catches, especially since one of them is over 11.5. Let's do this. Tanner Hudson. I like it. We're having some fun with this. So here's what we'll do it. We're going to do, so here's what we got, guys. We got Lamar Jackson over his passing. We got Zay Flowers over his receiving. We got Joe Burrow passing completions. And then we got Tanner Hudson for the receiving yards. So Lamar for TD goes to minus 280. And the Bengals have left 4 TDs to QBs this year. That is a very good shout. Look, if you're looking at who I think that you should want to do for the TDs on it this year, let's, tell you, we'll take a look. Since he has given up 15 TDs on the ground. 12 TDs on the ground. So I think that the Lamar rushing TD is actually a good look. Because again, that's a real smart one there, Rogue. When you're seeing something that's just bad value like that, oh yeah, plus 165. Let's do it. What's he done here? Actually, he's never scored against them. Crazy. Touchdowns against QBs. Yeah, they've been giving up a ton of them. He still didn't get one last time, and he passed all over them. But I don't even know who are the other running backs on this squad. I don't know. All right, let's do it. We'll do Lamar rushing touchdown, Lamar over passing, Burrow completions, Zay receiving, Tanner Hudson. All right, Cool, guys. I'm going to post these in the chat. Here we are. I'm going to bang it right there. Justice Hill is the other one, but I'm just not seeing any stuff from. Justice Hill, I do like a lot. Let me take a pause for a second. Justice Hill. I'm not seeing any lines and stuff for Justice Hill on Outlier. So I don't know if that's what's going on there. But look, guys, you can find me at Hey Rosenberg. I will be back possibly this weekend. We'll see. I'm solo with my kids, so we'll see. But anyway, Lamar Jackson crushes it. Thursday Night Football. I will see you guys later. Good luck with all your bets.